What's the difference between you and me? I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Good evening, Havana, and welcome to the Four Takes Movie Podcast. I'm Martin.
I'm Adam.
I'm Luke.
I'm David.
And today we're going to be talking about the 1987 film, The Princess Bride. Before we do that, though, let's talk about how a week has gone.
I haven't seen any films other than The Princess Bride, of course. But no, I've not seen anything else. You?
Yeah, I've seen a couple. Nobody 2 came out. It's that Bob Odenkirk hour-and-a-half solid actioner. So I had to rewatch the first one.
Of course.
Of course.
Didn't the first one nearly kill him?
Yep. I think he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It shows, because it's a good movie. He's obviously put a lot into it. I think these are 2 solid, hour-and-a-half actioners where you can just put something on, enjoy the carnage. That sometimes you just want to see people getting their living crap kicked out of them.
Well, I really did enjoy the first Nobody. He seemed like he was the...
the everyman.
He was the everyman, but he wasn't really. That bit on the bus where he dispatches about 6 blokes all in one go, and it
was therapy for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I think it's therapy for everybody who watches it, because everybody would like to do that to the people on the bus who were causing all the aggravation.
And you just sit, you think you're going to do something, but you just sit there quiet, don't you?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we all want to be that person who turns around and decides to break bones and, commits serious, grievous bodily harm in the name of
justice.
Justice, exactly.
Yes, everyone wants to be part of the Justice League, don't they?
If we all did that, we'd all be Batman.
Yeah. I'm not wearing hockey pants.
Pants?
That's what he says, isn't he?
Pads.
I say I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Hockey pads, man.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
What's a set of hockey pants?
Hockey pants.
Tidy whiteys.
That's jockey pants.
Who said that? Was that Christian Bale?
That was in The Dark Knight, wasn't
Christian
it?
Bale, aye.
What's the difference between you and me? I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I've started watching a couple of TV shows in the last few weeks, actually, which I'm really enjoying. One called Mythic Quest.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like a half an hour sort of comedy show about a basically game developer, a studio. And I've been finding that really funny. And another one called The Foundation on Apple TV.
Yeah, The Foundation's supposed to be good.
Solid like sci-fi of that, and really sprawling in regards to its scale.
What is it?
Well, basically, it's set in a far future universe where there is kind of one huge empire, all reigned over by 3 living clones of the very first emperor. It's a lot about the dissension between different groups, different religions.
But it's worth saying it's not necessarily a film, is it? Because it's a TV series. Yeah. So it's like, but I think they've got lots and lots of episodes of that, hasn't there? From what I remember.
I think there's about 3 or 4 seasons now. I've just finished season 2, but what I was really surprised about, because when I was finished season 1, I wanted to know how much this cost, because it was a really good looking show. I think it's 40 for the whole season, 10 episodes. But then I think of like something like, what was it, the Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings of Power, and what did that season 1 cost? It was like $500 million, including rights.
Right.
So if you think about this, like 10 episodes, it's got $50 million an episode, and that show was probably more. My personal thinking, it was better put together, and realistically looked better as well for $4 million an episode.
This is the one that's got Jared Harrison in it.
It is, yeah, as Harry. Yeah, that's his.
The Foundation was written by what's it called?
Isaac Asimov.
Asimov, aye.
To things like iRobot and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But everything Apple TV does is just the highest quality
Apple
of the TV shows.
Apple TV is fast becoming my favourite streamer.
Nobody subscribes to it. It's the stuff on it, everything on it is amazing, but there's not a lot. But what there is there is fantastic. It's like Ted Lasso is phenomenal.
I love Ted Lasso.
What's the other one called, Adam? Is it Trying?
Oh no, Shrinking.
Shrinking with
Harrison Ford.
That's excellent as well. What's the one called where it's got Rebecca Ferguson in?
Oh, Silo.
Silo was brilliant.
Silo was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, there's other good ones that aren't necessarily on the Apple TV, and it was called Halt and Catch Fire. Now it was a
Halt and Catch Fire.
With one of the guys who's in Foundation is in Halt and Catch Fire.
He's one of the main leads, isn't he?
Is it called Scott McNeary?
I've never heard of the show. Halt and Catch Fire.
Halt and Catch Fire is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
So Halt and Catch Fire is actually about the birth of the IT industry, and it's absolutely fantastic from that.
It's like late 70s, early 80s. So they'll talk about IBM and Apple and stuff like that.
It's like set in Silicon Valley, basically. Yeah.
But as it starts off,
you watch the internet.com boom.
It's basically
it's just
all these stories that went around at the time about how everything came to be. They made like a fictional company and then put all those stories in there. But it's so
true and accurate
to everything. It's amazing. And it's all about them all screwing each other over and stuff and becoming rich and famous and powerful and everything.
Halt and Catch Fire. Okay, I'll have to have a look. Okay, so today we're talking about the 1987 movie The Princess Bride, directed by Rob Reiner, based on the novel written by, I think it's William Goldman, and he also wrote the screenplay for the movie.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie many times, and I'd never really seen it before. It was my wife who introduced me to it. I think, really, this is a perfect movie.
Yeah, it is.
It's cheesy. It's set out to be almost like a parody of the princess and Prince Charming and the swashbuckling sort of movie, and it turned out being the best one. It's great. In essence, is basically a grandfather telling his sick grandson a story while he's recovering from the flu or something like that. So it starts off with Fred Savage, the kid from the Wonder Years. Was it the Wonder Years he was in?
Yeah, this was his first role, I believe.
Really?
The casting director pulled him out of a McDonald's and went, this kid's a natural. And that's how he got the gig.
And his grandfather's played by Peter Falk.
Columbo, yeah.
Columbo.
Just gotta say one more thing.
Oh my God.
Great actor.
He's good. Well, he played Peter Falk and everything was in. But but yeah, Peter Falk is the grandfather, and he comes over with a present for his grandson, which is a shape maybe like a computer game, but it's a book. And he says, "Yes, when I was young, television was called books." Great line. And then he starts reading this book to the young Fred Savage. You never really get their names, I don't think. I think it's just grandfather and grandson.
Yeah,
they don't think they have names.
No.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. It's like when you're watching it as well. There's already a bit of a backstory to how the kid feels against his grandfather.
I
don't like it when he squeezes my cheek and things like that.
It's just a great film. It's just got so many good lines in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's not a kissing book, is it?
It's just a kissing book. The grandfather starts reading the book, and we're introduced to the characters of Buttercup and Wesley, who live in the land of Florin. Mm-hmm. They live on a farm. He's a farm boy, basically a helping hand, and she just likes tormenting him, riding horses and tormenting him.
It's an abusive relationship if the roles were reversed.
Exactly, yeah. It would be problematic if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
But
I watched this film last night with my son, and this morning he said, was Buttercup a baddie? And I said, well, probably in the beginning, yeah, she was. she was a bit mean to Wesley.
She was a bit mean to Wesley. Well, he was an employee, wasn't he, basically? But after
and in the workplace,
a brief description of interactions, and
wouldn't fly now.
She would ask him to do things, and he would say, "As you wish." As you wish, obviously, is a very famous line now from this movie. It basically meant, I love you. And she realised she loved him back. They got together, and he went away to try and make his fortune. And she believes that he's been killed in a pirate raid by the Dread Pirate Roberts. That's the one.
Who you never meet.
No, we never do meet him. You're absolutely right.
He's the...
Well, no, doesn't Wesley become the Dread Pirate Roberts?
Yeah, but
he's not the original.
You never actually see the original.
He never met the original Dread Pirate Roberts. He said the Dread Pirate Roberts I knew it was actually Ryan. So yeah, they have this whole scheme going on with the Dread Pirate Roberts, but that's much later. So she believes that he's dead, And 5 years passed, and basically she's then found by the heir apparent of the reigning monarchy and basically says that you're going to marry me. I don't really think she had much of a choice in the matter. I think back in those days, you were just Prince Humperdinck.
Humperdinck, that's the one.
Yeah. Played by Chris Sarandon.
Correct.
Yeah. All of the characters in this have fantastic names, I think.
There's some belting names. They're all good. I mean, you got your Buttercup and Wesley, you got Prince Humperdinck, and then you've got the three like people who you think are the bad guys.
Like Vicini.
You've got Vicini,
Fezzik,
who's played by Wallace Shawn. Then you've got Fezzik, who's the big guy, played by Andre the Giant. And then you've got Inigo Montoya, played by Mandy Patinkin.
Everybody's favourite.
Everyone's favourite. Everyone knows that line.
The thing with The Princess Bride is, as well as it gives me the feeling of like Three Musketeers in a sense. And I don't know if anybody else sort of...
Well, Three Musketeers, and one of the Musketeers a dickhead. Because that guy who plays Vicini is just... You're not meant to like him.
He's the best character in the entire thing.
He's in it. He's a good character, but he's mean. He's cunning. He's the one with a plan. Almost like with Nia. He's got no empathy really, if you think about it.
Well,
he's mean to the other gang members and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
you couldn't even buy rum. Or brandy. Couldn't buy brandy.
I was making notes about some of the lines last night, and one of my favourite ones that I belted out was, "Did I make it clear your job is at stake?" And
when
I was
he's
thinking,
going up the cliffs of insanity.
Up the cliff, yeah. And I was thinking to myself, he's just the worst boss ever. Can you imagine if you had a boss who kept saying to you, "Did I make it clear that your job is at stake here?"
Well, there's this bit.
Do you want to go back to Greenland?
It's his really high sort of nasally voice as well that carries it.
Oh, I've just thought. I don't know why my brain has made that connection, but he is the voice of the little boss in The Incredibles at the very beginning.
Yes, he is. Yeah, the insurance
boss.
Yeah.
Did I mention your job is at stake here? It's like that.
Yeah. It was probably some kind of insider joke to have that in the the movie.
It sounds very much like a 1950s radio voice, doesn't it?
I know what you mean.
Do you know, like?
But the way that character's set up, he's a great character. There's no doubt about it, Vicini. But he's set up to be the arsehole in that three. There's no doubt about it. Because if you think about it, when they first capture Buttercup, after she's gone for one of her rides, one of her only true pleasures anymore, and she's taken onto the boat, he then starts berating Fezzik and Inigo. And he's saying, he's calling Inigo a slobber and drunk, and he's calling Fezzik basically stupid and unemployed in Greenland.
Yeah.
And as he walks away, there's a bit where, and this is where I think that it's making you like the two of them rather than him.
Yeah.
There's a bit where after he's just berated Fezzik, Inigo kind of just raises his eye a bit, looks a bit, and walks over to him, and then they have this little bit of this rhyming match.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, these two are all right. It's just little things like that. It's for a film that is as cheesy as it is, it's so well acted.
Mm-hmm. But you can the thing is with the acting like that, you can, as a character, you become sort of involved in the plot yourself, because you're going, I can side with them, or I can side with them, or he's an arsehole, or he's, you know what I mean? Because you look at it and go, I don't like that character. The drawing instantly as to like how you perceive them as characters, and the way they act and stuff, and you think, so you're already on board from finding the princess, and how is he going to reveal who he is to the princess and things like that?
Yeah,
because I think it's just great acting.
Did you know the sword fight in this film is regarded as the greatest sword fight in all of cinema history?
It's well done. If you look at that, if you really look at when they played it, their swords are swapping hands mid like parry and stuff like that. It's so well done. When they were filming it, because Carrie Elwes and Mandy Patinkin practiced it so well that when they did it on the day, they were done in a minute. They were like, really fast, really, really kinetic. It didn't look fake or anything like that. And when they were done, the director went, "Is that it?" it was 1 minute long, and he needed it to be like 3 minutes long or something like that. So all that extra stuff when they were like spinning in the air and all that kind of stuff, that was all added after the fact. Or melded into the fact just because they needed that fight to be 2 minutes longer.
Yeah. As well, when you're talking about like little moments where it gives you an idea of what the characters are like, where Vicini says, "You wait here, and when he gets to the top, kill him." So he kind of like looks over the edge, and he's
that is one of the best best interactions, I think, in film. I don't suppose you could hurry up. Look, this isn't as easy as it is. It's something like it's. They know they're going to try and kill each other,
but then they're being nice about it.
But they're being nice about it. But then when he does that, I swear in the soul of my father, you will make it to the top alive. And
he goes,
and there's
throw the rope,
and then there's that great bit of interaction where he tells him that about the 6-finger man and his father being killed, and him trying to avenge his father
when he was 11.
When he's 11, and also like since then, he says not a lot of money in revenge. I just do this to pay the bills, all this kind of stuff.
The thing I like about some of that is, as well as the way it's shot. It's because the camera angle shot from above. So obviously, when he's saying you couldn't like hurry up, could you? And it's sort of like you as a viewer, you're actually sitting at the top, waiting of him climbing up. And
you want it because you want to see this sword fight, don't you?
Yeah, because and you're sitting there thinking, like. But I imagine if it was shot where you saw him struggling and then you're looking up and going, "Come on, hurry up," you'd be sitting there thinking, "Well, it doesn't seem as if I'm waiting about. I'm just waiting to watch."
But the sword fight is immaterial if you don't like these characters, and that little interaction between him saying, "I'll help you with a rope," them having the little conversation about why he's doing what he's doing about his father, you instantly like these two characters, and you almost don't want them to fight.
I'll tell you an interesting story about a sword fight in movies. Christopher Lee once did a movie with Errol Flynn. There was a sword fight in it, and Christopher Lee was a trained fencer, and he like did a flurry and ripped Errol Flynn's wig off. Apparently, it did not go down well.
I bet not, because Errol Flynn, obviously, that's Robin Hood, isn't it?
Yeah.
I bet he was hot shit back in the day.
Oh my God, I've ripped off Errol Flynn's toupee. I'm never going to work again.
I think Errol Flynn was like disrespecting him or something, and he just went.
They've had their sword fight. No one's died, and the utmost respect has been shown to each other. A great way for a fight, a great way for you to like both characters. So the plot moves on. Inconceivable! He sees him running over the hill, and then he says to Fezzik, "Right, do it your way. Hit him in the head with a rock." "My way is not very sportsmanlike." That sort of stuff. And then they have their interaction, and it's once again, it's like they're not trying to insult each other. They're trying to be as fair about it as possible.
Yeah.
The man in black wins again, but once again shows him respect, and then catches up with Vicini, the arsehole, and they have the battle of wits.
Battle of wits, aye.
The battle of wits.
I love this part.
Yeah, the fantastic battle of wits. It is one of those scenes that is so memorable. I think like. Even if you see stills of it, you're like, yeah, it just takes you straight back and you know exactly what's going to happen.
So the Battle of Wits, obviously, they've got the iocane powder, and he's doing this whole thing about which one's got the poison in it. And he's got this mint little man like, "You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?" So you've made your mind up? Not remotely. It's all just great. It's great banter. The movie is just banter all the time.
Yeah.
I loved how the Princess Bride, Buttercup's sitting.
She's sitting there blindfolded all the time. She's not saying a word.
It's just like she's just to knife to the neck. I'm going to be killed, and she's like, yeah, okay.
Well, she's as the man in black's approaching, she's got the knife to her neck. But as soon as he says, "How about a battle of wits?" She's like, great. He puts the knife away. So she's just sitting there,
chilling on the beans,
just chilling on the beans until
someone dies.
But she doesn't know that she doesn't know who the guy is trying to save her. No. But then again, it's
well, it's kept from her until the next part, he beats Vicini with hilarious consequences. And this time, the person does die. Not like the other two where they've all shown each other respect and stuff like this.
Yeah, but importantly, he didn't kill him. He killed himself.
Well, okay. He did poison the cups, though. And he did drink the poison cups. But it was his choice to drink the poison cup. He knew it was poison.
Did he say that he'd been building a resilience to iocane powder? So he knew he'd be all right anyway.
Yeah, so he put it in both cups, aye. And then they go off, and there's a little bit of to-ing and fro-ing. He's basically calling her unfaithful because she's getting married. And she's saying, I've loved more than anyone could love, that type of thing. And
I died that day.
And then says, and pushes him off the cliff. And he says, as you wish, as he's rolling down the hill. And she realises that the man
that was some role
is actually Wesley. That was a hell of a role.
That was amazing bit of stunt performance, because I swear down that wasn't those actors going down that hill.
It was not those actors going down the hill, but that was a hell of a role, and that was a long hill.
I wonder where that was filmed.
It was all shot in England, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
England and parts of Ireland, I think. I don't know where that bit was.
The valley.
The valley. It's probably either somewhere. It's got to be either Snowdonia in Wales, the Lake District, or somewhere in the Highlands in Scotland. It's somewhere like that.
Cheese rolling hills.
The landscapes in the film are really, really good looking.
That's England for you.
Aye, there's nowhere like England.
God's country.
God's country. I quite like that part, and I've seen this film dozens of times, but more when I was younger. And I appreciated the dynamic of Wesley and Buttercup after the 5-year gap more, because I could never really understand why Wesley was being horrible to her. Because I just didn't understand, like, I don't know, the complexities of relationships or whatever when I was a kid. But as I got older, and I'm watching it and I'm thinking, well, he's annoyed because he said he was coming back.
And she's getting engaged to someone else.
Yeah, and she's
like, why did you get engaged to someone else? And he's like, well, you were dead.
Are you were dead?
And he's like, death cannot stop true love.
I love it.
And that was the right answer.
I can only delay it.
I do love it because every scene opens up with some dramatic sort of impact, whether it be a fight scene or some action, and every scene seems to have action in it. But those short scenes, and they're great for kids because each scene is either a different setting, different backdrop.
Yeah. Like theatre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very theatrical. Mm-hmm. But there's only so many. I don't think anyone's really attempted to create the Princess and another version of the Princess Bride, because
no one should.
No.
But
nobody should.
Not many other films have actually revisited this format, but I did find one. Does anybody know what that film is?
Nope.
It has Adam Sandler in.
What, Bedtime Stories?
Bedtime Stories. And that has the same principle as this film for the Princess Bride.
While this has all been going on, Humperdinck's been sort of on the track, and he's sort of like replaying the fight, the sword fight, the fight between the giant, and then they've been pushed down and they're about to go into the fire swamp, and he's on the cliff as well. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they're going into the fire swamp, and they've got these popping the fires to deal with, and they've got the is it lightning sand or something like that? Not quicksand, lightning sand, and the ROUSs. Rodents of unusual size. Which is just some guy kneeling down in a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get out the fire swamp and they get caught, and she bargains for his life, doesn't she?
And then he gets tortured.
She thinks he's gone back to his ship.
Well, do you know that bit where she's like bargaining for his life, and he says, we'll take him to his ship. Mm-hmm. And he's Humperdinck's like secretly take him back to Florin and throw him in the pit of despair. And he gets hit on the head by Christopher Guest's character. I can't remember his name.
Six feet in a good man, isn't he? Is that what he's
But he accidentally hit him in real life, and he ended up with concussion and stitches.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he actually knocked him out, didn't he?
He knocked him clean out.
So the bit where you see him sort of like, go the easy way.
Yeah.
Like that actually happened.
So he's then taken to the pit of despair, and that's where we introduce him to Mel Smith's character, which is he's the albino, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays fantastic. He just like I love it when it starts off, because he starts off with a vile voice, and the vile voice that he has when he starts talking, it's like, and then all of a sudden you realise no, he's just clearing his voice, and it's just because he obviously thought that voice goes well with how that character looks, but like obviously from a kid's perspective, it's like, oh my god, this is so scary, and it's like, well, no, we're going to break out of this character just to make it.
He's actually got like a London accent.
And then they go to rescue him, and they think he's dead.
So
Billy Crystal.
There's a lot happened obviously in between. She doesn't want to go through with the wedding. She says she'll kill herself. He fakes that he's going to send off some ships to try and find him, but it's all just a ploy to try and because basically he's behind the kidnapping in the first place, because he wants to start a war between Florin and Gilda. They're sworn enemies from over the sea. So he was behind the initial kidnapping, Prince Humperdinck, and now he's just basically he's planning to sort of kill his wife on the wedding night. And in a fit of rage, he comes to the pit of despair and turns the machine up to 50.
Yeah,
the machine that sucks life.
He cranks it right up, and then after that, Fezzik and Inigo band together to find the man in black, because I never quite got this part. They go to get him because they
wanted to get him free.
No. Humperdinck's ordered the Thief's Forest to be emptied, and they've put together a brute squad. And Fezzik is on the brute squad.
Well, Fezzik is the brute squad.
Fezzik is the brute squad. Fezzik learns that the six-fingered man is in Prince Humperdinck's palace. So he finds him, and he just stumbles upon, I suppose, Inigo, and then sobers him up.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "We need to get in the castle." He says, "Oh, I can only take on 10. He says, "Oh, I'll lose 20. That's too much for me. We need the man in black, because he can beat me at swords, he can beat you in strength, and he must be able to beat Fassini, because Fassini's dead. Intelligent, so he'll be able to get us in." So they find him. He's dead. He's mostly dead. He's not all dead. And then they take him to the Miracle Max.
To revive
played
him.
by Billy Crystal, which is a great bit of only like, what, 3 or 4 minute scene?
Apparently, he ad-libbed absolutely everything.
I can believe it.
Carol Kane, who's Valerie.
His wife.
That wonderful pixie woman.
Liar! Get back, witch! I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. But you're right, that line. "Go away, I'll call the brute squad." I am the brute squad. You are the brute squad. So yeah, they go to the Miracle Mass to get this chocolate-covered peanut.
So it looks like a conker, isn't it?
It's like a chocolate-covered conker, basically.
Set the bellows and brings him back to life.
Exactly.
Right.
But he's got no strength. He's back, but they haven't let it potent. They haven't given it enough time to be potent, and they feed it to him. So he's back, but he can hardly use his limbs.
Can't move his legs or anything.
So then they storm the castle. Buttercup's in the middle of getting married.
But you didn't see
Marriage. That's Peter Cook, isn't it?
Peter Cook.
He's called when you look at the credits, he's called something like the Magnificent.
The Magnificent Clergyman.
Magnificent Clergyman.
That's exactly what it's called.
I wonder if that was in his contract.
I just kind of think that he didn't tell anyone he was going to do that.
No.
Just did it.
Apparently, as well, people have Princess Bride themed wedding, and the clergyman talks like that, and they do the whole ceremony with that voice.
They're all now in the palace, but they get separated. Inigo sees the six-fingered man and chases after him. Fezzik has to be called along, and he puts Wesley up against a statue. Inigo goes his way. Fezzik comes back, and the man in black is gone. So they're all just like wandering about this castle now. And then we have the
best scene in any movie ever.
The climactic moment when Inigo finally catches up with the six-fingered man, and it looks like it's going to go real bad from him, because as soon as he gets in that room with him, a six-fingered man chucks a dagger straight into his belly.
No,
and you're like, no.
It's like,
it's over.
We've waited all that time through the film to see him get his justice, and he's that's it. He's done for. That's it. No, nothing else is going to happen now. Although, does it?
But then what follows is like almost like he starts to get his strength back, but then he gets stabbed in the arm and then stabbed in the shoulder, and you think, oh, he's had it here. But then he keeps going, and he keeps repeating the line over and over.
It's his mantra.
It's, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
And it starts to freak out the six-fingered man. Stop saying that.
Yeah.
He gets under his skin.
Gets under his skin, and then he gets the better of him. Mm-hmm. And he says, offer me money. And he cuts his cheeks.
Because that's his revenge for scarring his face.
Yeah.
So there's two levels of revenge going on here. Inigo's getting his own personal revenge for being scarred as a child. Mm-hmm. And then he gets his revenge for his dad. Wow. And I love that bit.
That's good. I want my father back, you son of a bitch. Mm-hmm.
And that line is, he'd said his dad had actually died from cancer. He channeled the loss of his father.
Some real emotion.
Into that, and the interviews that I'd seen with Maddie Patkin, he said that was when he was reading the lines for that, he knew how he was going to deal with that moment. I think that's why that line carries so much weight, and you believe it. You believe it when you see his face. But I think the overall theme of The Princess Bride, the overall theme of this is it's love. So you've obviously got the relationship, the love between Buttercup and Wesley. You've got the love between Inigo and Fezzik.
Yeah,
because they're looking after each other.
Do you know what? There's also, even though they're the two bad characters, Humperdinck and the six-fingered man, mm-hmm. there's a friendship there, because there's a bit where they're both going down to the pit of despair, and he says, "You coming down?" He says, "No, I've got a kingdom to run, and I've got a wife to kill, and I've got all this stuff." and then the six-fingered man goes, "Get your rest, because you're nothing if you haven't got your health." And even that, it's like it's two good mates, you know.
And Humperdinck, he just wants to be loved because he wants the girl, but he's kind of resigned to the fact that she doesn't want him,
But he's going to start a war on the back of it because he wants to be loved by his people. So
yeah, this morning when I was talking to my little lad about this was we were talking about the grandson and the grandfather.
Yeah,
and at the very end, he says, "Will you come back tomorrow and read the story again?" And he says,
"As you wish." Which,
as we know, means
I love you.
I love you. It's all just love. The whole thing's all just love. So and that is the theme of the film that runs all the way through.
Absolutely.
And it's a perfect movie.
It's perfect.
It is. It's a 5 out of 5 movie for me on my letterbox.
I think when you look at the film as well, when you look at people have drawn they're taken samples of this film and transformed it into different sort of. I can see.
Well, you were telling us about this before, Luke, that your kid knew about the Pit of Despair before he'd even seen the movie.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a meme somewhere on the internet. Also, it's worth mentioning as well that this film has been put into the BFI archive for.
It should do. It's fantastic.
For a significant film, was it?
The cast couldn't be better. The performances are top notch. It's even the music, even though it sounds cheesy, it's still right for the movie. It's by Mark Knopfler as well, from Dire Straits as well, and it's so well crafted, and it was made at the right time with the right people in the right circumstances, and it's perfect. My one take, because it's only going to be good, I think. Oh God, there's so many. Come back to me.
Best part of the film is the payoff when he kills the six-fingered man.
Yeah.
It's the best payoff in any film ever. And in terms of bad parts for me, there is none. It's a perfect movie.
Mm-hmm. I think the best part for me was essentially how lucky they were to bring a real life giant into the role. I think Andre the Giant, for all the struggle he went through,
he had massive back pain doing the movie, didn't he?
Yeah. And to actually say that he was going to do it and still, make it a fantastic film for kids is just like, it's an amazing piece of cinema history, I think.
For me, It's that initial conversation between the man in black, before we know he's Wesley, and Inigo Montoya when they get to the top, and he tells him about why he wants his revenge against a six-fingered man. That, for me, shows the quality of the characters of these two people and why you'll like them for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I can add to anything that anyone else has said, to be honest. I think how well it's acted, and with Cary Elwes, he's obviously carrying most of the weight for the film, and I think he does a phenomenal job. He's charismatic, he's charming, and he's funny as well, but it's not...
It's a dry wit, isn't it?
It's a dry wit, and it's really enjoyable. And you could, with the part where they're walking through the woods, just talking about like how he became the Dread Pirate Roberts. That was really, really interesting.
Yeah.
It's a good little story all in itself. A part which I didn't. It's not that I didn't like it. I really, really like the music. The music's phenomenal, but I think it's the only thing that dates the film.
I don't think
some of those simulated trumpet sounds.
That's not a bad thing, I don't think.
Well, no. Well, I think it would be an absolutely timeless film had it had like traditional instruments playing rather than synthesized ones. I know this is like splitting hairs and things like that, but the music itself is amazing.
I think it's important because it needs to be dated. When you look at the original film, when it starts off, it's filmed in the early 80s.
Yeah, but there's a lot of films that are filmed in the 80s or even like the 50s, and their music is timeless because they're using actual instruments. A lot of the music in here was synthesized, which is fine, but I think synthesized music, unless it's Tron Legacy or something like that, where it's meant to be synthesized, can date a movie. And I know what you mean with that.
Yeah, because if you've got something which is like very traditional looking, and it's sort of like all fantasy, the score probably would have lended better to orchestras and things like that, and that would have made it timeless. But other than that, it's a 10 out of 10.
Going forward then, lads, we've already know what movie we're going to watch next because I've already booked to watch Interstellar in IMAX. Whoop, whoop. So there's a bit of a Nolan season going on at the moment in the local audience and a lot of other cinemas. So I've managed to bag us 6 tickets. So it's going to be us 4, my wife and my sister-in-law. So there's going to be 6 of us going.
I'm not sharing popcorn.
You buy your own popcorn then. But yeah, that's going to be our next movie.
You're going to have to get a bank loan for that popcorn.
I've seen Interstellar in the IMAX last year on its 10th anniversary. It's one of those movies where you say, you've got to see it at the biggest screen possible. They're not joking. It's unreal.
My favourite movie of all time.
Interstellar? Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to have a good one for you next time then, people.
Yeah, definitely.
So thanks for listening to the Four Takes Movie podcast. Please remember to like and subscribe on wherever you listen. I'm Martin.
I've been Adam.
I am Luke.
I am David.
Bye.
Outro music.